One of the things we oftentimes, well, not oftentimes, we always have to do when we have had cold weather and we've left the camper is we have to unwinterize the camper. So we're going to show you how to unwinterize your camper.
So when we winterized the camper this time, we actually used the RV antifreeze that we sucked up into the system. For the last 20 years, I really haven't used that, but based on the necessity of what we had going on with this one, I felt it was best to do that. I didn't have my big air compressor to blow the lines, although my little one did a pretty good job. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get the antifreeze out of the lines. So the first thing I'm going to do is open up all the faucets inside the camper, which I've already done. Then I'm going to open all of my low point drains, and that antifreeze is going to drip down. Now, the antifreeze is mainly just alcohol with some coloring in it, so it's not toxic for the ground and nothing like that. So it's not a problem it will actually evaporate. So I'm going to open these low point drains inside here, if I can do it, and you'll see that starting to drain down in through. Here are my low point drain valves. Yours may be different. You may actually have a cap underneath that releases. And if you continue to watch, you can see there's no more pink in these lines. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rehook my water situation. And then basically, all I have to do is turn the water on, flush my lines inside the camper until there's nothing pink coming out. Now, when I do this, I usually let it go. I'll drink bottled water and some different things for several days while we're continuing to use and flush those through. You can run it continuously for a good long time to make sure it's clear. I'm not going to because I don't want to drain my tanks again that quickly, but it's very, very easy. So basically I'm going to rehook my water line. I'm going to plug in my hose into the outlet that keeps the hose heated, and then we are basically good to go. So re-winterizing your camper is very, very easy and shouldn't be a problem. So when I rehook the water lines, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to make sure that my splitter is off right here. I'm going to go over, I'm going to turn the water on. Then I'm going to turn this on and let it just flush through the hose just to make sure there's no critters or anything in there. Okay, so my hose is hooked up as normal. I'm just turning the water actually on. Turning the water on, covering it back up. So now we've got our water hooked up, everything's pretty easy. All we have to do now is go inside and turn on the faucets and let everything run through, make sure those lines are cleaned out. You want to get that? All right, so you might hear a little noise. That's that's the exhaust from my gas heater that's turned on. So now what I'm going to do is, as I'm putting everything back together, I'm going to unbypass my hot water heater. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my plastic plug back in with the hole. This is always creative because you're trying to get it straight and go around things at the same time. So I'm going to get that in hand tight. I'm just going to use a little wrench on it and tighten it up the rest of the way. Okay, make sure that's shut. Put this back together. Now I'm going to go unbypass the hot water heater. And when I do, the water in the lines will start flowing into that hot water heater. I'm going to come out, I'm going to do the release valve to make sure that it's full. And then and only then will I turn it on, because I'm going to use the electric portion. And if you turn on the electric portion and you don't have any water in that hot water heater, it's going to burn out the element. Okay, so back down to the hot water heater here. What we're going to do is I'm going to shut this valve off. It's basically the opposite of everything. I just turn this one off, turn this one on. Straight is always on, and then this one right here is already off, so I'm going to turn it on. Now you can hear the water flowing back into the hot water heater. I'm going to let that go for a few minutes, and then I'm going to go outside and pull the release valve and make sure that all the air is out and it is filled up with hot water, or filled up with water. Then and only then will I turn on the hot water heater. If you turn the hot water on while it's filling, it will actually help get some of that air out, and you can see that it's not coming out of there yet because that hot water tank is not full yet. But again, we do not have the element on the hot water heater yet until that is full. It is safe to turn on the electric hot water heater. All right, so we're back in business. We have de-winterized the camper, and guess what? In 2 weeks, I get to winterize the camper again because we're leaving for a week. It's kind of hard, but it's better than leaving things running when you don't have enough gas to keep it going during that time. So it's a little inconvenient, but it's better than the alternative, which is spending a bunch of money on gas and getting a bunch of additional tanks hooked up. For more videos like this, you can click on the link on the screen. And also, you can check things out at our website at www.befreebenson.com. Remember, doing things yourself, even when you have to winterize and unwinterize your camper multiple times during the year, saves you money and allows you to be free. See you in the next video.